everybody, welcome to class. I'm AZD, this is IMC Nation, and you're here for some sort of a free class today to find out what the hell is going on. I see people I know, I see students, I see new people. Everybody welcome. We have 30 minutes together. It's the first time we're doing it like this because normally I teach class, then whatever. So what I'm going to do is for the first 30 minutes, I'll do a light little lecture for everybody, okay? There's a book I wrote a while ago called Breathing Truth. And I just opened it, and I'm going to start with this, all right? Let's see how we do with this. It says, every time you complain about something, think about something you complain about right now. The pressure. You ever feel like internal pressure? Like you're going to go say hi to a girl, or you're going to text her, or she says something like she's leaving you, or, and it's like you feel a pressure, almost like literally like a volcano starts to happen inside of me. Okay? That's what I'm talking about when I say pressure. Every time you complain about something, the pressure, that pressure, and disturbance. Have you ever had disturbance in your mind? Right? I have a disturbance in my mind right now because right before I came, I had a really, really, really negative phone call. Like, go 1 through 10. 10 being someone died, 9.5. Yeah. We're right there. Yeah, I'm in that right now, in it, right now, okay? And that's a disturbance on the mind, okay? So every time you complain about something, the pressure and disturbance in your mind, that pressure and disturbance in your mind increases when you complain, increases regarding the object of your complaint. Anything means what? It means whatever you could possibly imagine right now. Go ahead and imagine a fucking ant walking. Imagine Saturn, the planet. I don't care, right? Imagine the idea that, I don't care. Try it, because whatever I say is gonna work. This is how you know you have a basic truth in life, right? Anything you resist will become more solid in the mind. And that's the secret of the mind. So since I'm literally sitting in a very negative situation right now, right? I'm very aware of this. In that inside, not outside. Nobody gives a fuck about the outside. Inside, I cannot complain. So as this pressure keeps building inside my heart and my mind, because it goes like this, or it goes like this, it depends. I either think about it and then pushes in my heart, or I feel something that goes in my head. It's like somehow, I don't know which one goes first. I think it's probably my mind first. It is my mind, actually. I just saw it. So it's always a thought first, right? The thought then creates the pressure in my heart, and it kind of bounces back and forth between the two. Every time this happens, as I'm going through my day today, hopefully the situation handles. If it does, I don't know what else to do about it. As this happens, I'm aware to inside do my alchemy, which is what I teach. I have a process, okay? Inside, I have to continue, and one of those things is to make sure that I don't inside of me complain. Doesn't matter what I say outside, okay? What matters is what I say on the inside. It doesn't matter if the girl on the outside says she loves you, right? Or she slaps your hand away like my girlfriend when I was playing with her the other day, right? It's not what's on the outside. It's what's in your heart, right? So inside is the only thing I'm talking about right now. Inside, no complaining. If you don't have enough money, don't complain. It becomes more solid, right? If your health is not good, don't complain. It becomes more solid. You haven't got enough sleep, don't complain. Whatever happens with some chick or who knows. Anything and everything. If inside you complain, then in your mind, that thing becomes solid. And it becomes like this. Now, you don't want your mind to be like this. You want your mind to be fluid. Right? Just observing and reflecting like a samurai. We're martial artists. Okay? Like a samurai, reflecting what's in front of it. Like Bruce Lee said, or Musashi said. Zen masters, the mind like a clear lake reflecting the moon. Okay? And so any internal pressure, right? Any tightness inside happens because You're complaining. So take a look. Apply it right now. Right? In this free class, let me free you from that average class of human beings. How's that? In this free class you're taking, let me free you from the class of the slaves. This is not a class for the slaves. This is royalty. Royalty by wisdom. I stand above every single man on earth, regardless of his money, of his position, his looks, his connections, network. He either stands next to me because he's connected to spirituality, or he sits under me. End of story. And if there's a brother next to me, then him and I, the only thing we're comparing is our devotion and our commitment to that spiritual life. So we're not even into the language of who's above who. But right below that is the slave. And yes, this class is above the slave. This is not for people who would like to continue in their fucking misery in life. This is not my class. I'm upper class in every definition of that word. This is an upper class in college. There's an upper class in life. It's an upper class in humanity. And it's one who holds himself as upper class. I'm not ghetto. Right? I wasn't born into the ghetto. I wasn't raised into the fucking ghetto. I was a prince. Born a prince, raised a prince, will die a prince. Simple. And that comes from inside, not outside. Now we're seeing P. Diddy and fam. I give you my word, Jay-Z and Beyonce are going down. Stay on my Instagram. I say that with the greatest pleasure. And I have a lot of reasons why I say that. Because in my past, I've gotten into big, huge fights with girlfriends over Beyonce. And boy, are we about to find out something. We're about to find out that all of Hollywood was nothing more than a bunch of pedophiles and child traffickers. I mean, every single one, maybe 4 or 5. And they were outcasted by Hollywood. Even if they don't go to jail, even if they don't get punished, when the truth comes out, they'll lose all power to influence anybody. You get it? It don't matter that they don't go to jail. No one is going to want to deal with it. And these are the facts. So this is the time of revelation. This is the time that all the books talk about. So it's not going good. The situation is getting worse. Okay? And it is what it is. So we do what we do. All right. So that's the difference. Okay? Is that you're in a class that takes your life seriously. Okay? You have to quit fucking around. Now, the arena, you know, there's an arena like UFC 310 is coming up. The Octagon, a fucking MGM here, that's the arena. Okay? The gladiator arena. And then there's, let's say, business arena. How much money you make, how good your business does, how you expand. Fitness arena. The fitness expo comes, you got Olympia and all that shit. The arena that we go in and we are champions in is the arena of relationships with women. Now, in order to be a champion, undisputed, undefeated, first round knockout every time when I step up in that field, every time, in order to do that with women, you also have to be able to do that with men. Believe it or not, it's yin and yang. There's no man on earth who could get women at the level that I can get who can't hold the respect of powerful men. They don't go together. So the pimp can't do what I can do. Because the pimp can't get respect like I can get respect. He can't. And the billionaire, like Bazillion or fucking Andrew Tate, or any of these guys with a lot of money, they can't do what I do because they can't get the respect that I get. If you respect Bilzerian or Andrew Tate, you respect them because they make a lot of money. That means you're respecting a businessman, not someone who's skilled in relationships. Zero. Okay? That's the end of it. Now, just yesterday or the day before, I don't know now, Arash Dibazar, the person speaking, the speaker, had $11.75 to his name. That means if you took all the money I possessed, I had $11.75 to my name. And I make a lot of money. And I don't waste it on drugs. I don't waste it on prostitutes. I don't have big cars and shit. Every single penny has gone into either bettering myself for this education or 85% to 90% of it, helping somebody in life that somebody meaning many people, many somebodies, that I have come across and couldn't carry the weight of the world. They weren't able to make the bills. Or if they did, they would make it and they would suffer in another area, which I didn't want them to suffer. So my money goes to them. Now, I tell you that so that you know that I only had $11 to my name, because I'm proud of that, because I'm not here to be a number one businessman. I'm here to be the master of self, as I am, and I've been. And that's what you're learning. Now, at the same time, it didn't worry me because money comes to me because I give value. So I know my value. I can go stand on the street corner in Vegas and by tonight make at least 2, 3, I don't know. I've never tried it, but I bet you I can make money on the street corner just speaking, dancing, doing magic, hypnotizing, doing martial arts. I have many skills that I can go give to somebody and they'll give me money for it because I've worked on me. So it didn't freak me out. In fact, I took it as an opportunity to feel what it's like to have $11, $12. Good number. Okay? That's what you're learning. Right now, it's a free class. We're doing it for 30 minutes so that the world could see who the fuck I am and who the fuck INC Nation is. Because you're going to hear of us. You must have heard of us to be here already. And nothing, and I mean nothing, not one thing that you could possibly imagine could stop this movement from going forward. It's impossible to do it. Okay? So you already know, but you don't know. So you're here to find out. Now this class ends at 10:30, and then I go into my regular teaching class. It's a class higher than this class. Then after that, I go into my advanced class, a class much higher than that class. There's levels. But you haven't had one real thing in your life. Your entire life, you haven't had one real thing. Not one real thing you could sit on, count on, and know. I have had the opposite. I was born into a family. I could count on my mother. I could count on my father. I could count on my aunts, uncles, and cousins. I could count on my grandma and my grandpa. I could even count on my dad's friends to be there. Everywhere I turned, I could count on somebody. And then I could count on my martial arts teacher, first one, then the second one. Then I could count on every fucking person I've ever come across. I could count on them to be there for me. I don't know why my experience was like that, but I'm here to share my experience. Now you haven't been able to count on nobody. I can tell because you don't know how to count on me. And I'm here to be accountable, to be counted upon. So hurry up, because you're going to be saving your own life. I'm not kidding when I say saving your own life. I don't got stock in this world the way you think I do. If you want to understand it, then go watch The Watchmen when Dr. Manhattan takes off into another planet. And the girl that he loved betrayed him, and he said, I have no more to do with you guys. I'm fine. And he sat on a planet by himself. That's me in my process. When I get into that, like I've been in the last 2, 3 days, I don't want to do anything else, actually. I have to bring myself back. I don't want to go out. I don't want to do anything that you do. I'm not interested in the shit that you think is exciting. It's not. I've made the money. I've got the woman. I became a fighter. I did it all. Did the movie. Look, none of it was anything. It was just a testament to the Spirit. That's all it was. Okay? And getting the world's attention. And I'm still going to do it. I'm doing my job. I'll do it better today than I've ever done it before. Because all that the universe can do is push me to be stronger. I don't have any other way of being. God created me. I don't know who created you. Maybe the devil created you, and maybe that's why you've been so fucked your entire fucking life. So if that's what happened, then why don't you stop signing with the devil and release your soul? Think about it for a second. Now, if you're hearing these words, then you have the ears to hear it. You ended up here today, right? The difference between you and me is you may think the life is an accident. And everywhere I looked, I never saw two particles bang against each other and create life as an accident, like science tells us. Everywhere I looked, I saw perfect order. So even though in my own life situation right now, I'm having a very negative situation happen in my life, I have to know that it's perfect order. And I know that to be true. So the pain is mine to process. End of story. The pain of the situation is mine to process. It's not yours. Even if I told you about it, you couldn't feel the pain I have. Just like, I don't know actually. This second statement is not true. So I'm not going to say it. I'll say it truthfully. If you told me your pain, I would be able to process your pain in me. This is why I'm the greatest seduction artist, influencer that has ever lived, ever. I'll tell you why. The secret to my art form is to be the other person. And that's the secret to the art of war. That's the secret to the art of love, to the art of sales, to the art of parenting, to the art of being a lover, to the art of being a devotee. You have to be God to know God. If you want to know God, you have to become God. You can't know something from the outside. Man, I know more about fish than any goddamn scientist that ever did fish. Because I can go look at the fish with these eyeballs or without the eyeballs, but if I put my eyeballs on it, it's over. If I look at the fish, I can be the fish. And I can turn to the scientist and say, that's right or that's wrong. And I do that all the time. This is an ability gained through yoga. I'm a yogi. Not the way you think, yoga pants and classes that are, whatever. That's not a yoga. Yoga, the union of mind, body, spirit, the union with the absolute. I am a yogi in that sense. Or a monk. But where I'm at, because of the teacher I'm following, Maharishi, I'm a yogi. I'm that guy that shows up to that classroom in the university and just takes that class and forgets everything else and buys all the books for it, shows up every day to learn from the professor because I believe in the professor, because I could count on him. I could always count on everybody. And when I couldn't count on anybody, I could still count on the universe or God or the mathematics. Hey, those are words. Those are words. Choose your word. If you want to call Jesus the devil, but still walk his path, go ahead and call him the devil and walk the path. But if you want to call Jesus a saint and a holy man, but not walk his path, then you are the devil. Jesus wouldn't give a fuck what you call him. He's not attached to his name. You're attached to his name. And that's where you make all your mistakes in relationships. I have 5 minutes. Let me just check, see if anything got better. Nope. So that's what I'm teaching. I know for sure it's affecting you because that's what truth does. They say truth is like a lion. You don't need to do anything with it. Just unleash it. It'll take care of itself. I have the truth and I know it. I know everyone listening can feel what I say. I know for sure. You'd be insane to not feel my words right now. But you're not insane. But you're distracted. So, life right now is pressing on you. As life presses on me today, I'm not there. I'm with life pressing on me. And life is like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm helping you. Why would you do that? It's, life says. I say, because I am you, you motherfucker. I'm not that little one. That little one is being pressed on, right? Who's doing the pressing? I'm the presser now. Go ahead, suffer. Right? Suffer through the condition. That's the difference. And that's what made me invincible, really. Invincible, not unhurtable. Have you seen Wolverine? Right? He gets hurt. He recovers. Seen vampires? They get hurt. They recover. Invincible, not unhurtable. I want to be hurt. I want to be hurt so I can understand the person in front of me. Otherwise, I wouldn't even understand what the fuck you're saying if you say, bro, how do you tell a girl that you like her? Bro, I understand what you're fucking saying, even though we're not anywhere near each other anymore when it comes to that subject. I'm a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Sandro Batata, world champion right now, okay? In the world of Jiu-Jitsu, I'm probably one of the worst that right now exists in that world. But in the world of outside of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, if you don't know it, we're not on the same level. I will crush you on the ground, like literally. Not to show you how bad I am, because I told you how weak I am in my own fucking world. But to show you, if I'm going to teach you Jiu-Jitsu, I understand what it's like when you're brand new. Even though we're not in the same place, I know what it's like to be in that world. So the pain is not anything I don't want. What I don't want is evil. That I don't want. And there is such a thing as good and evil. And you're suffering because you've accepted evil in you, and you forgot you, and you forgot you were good, and you started to act like the P. Diddy's and Beyonce's and Jay-Z's. Take your pick. If you don't like those guys, I don't care. You have your own in your head somewhere. And then if you're gonna try to do AZD, then AZD will tell you AZD right now is under Maharishi and the Buddha. There you go. So don't do AZD, do Maharishi and the Buddha. Or L. Ron Hubbard, or you know what? Jesus, take your pick. But AZD is under a teacher, in a lineage, on a path. And the only thing he has to offer is the process that he uses to be the best student out of any teacher, anywhere, anytime. Go find my teachers and ask them, the ones that are alive. For mystery, that doesn't matter. You know me. If you know me, you know. My teachers that are alive, they're the best in the world. And I am their best student. One of the best, if not the best. So if you're following me, I'm telling you, you better follow a spiritual teacher, not me. But if you want to learn how to socially be a master in this world, and not only that, to create, to cause to exist, no longer some kind of mysterious force of life that you can't move with. Gravity is a mysterious force. We can explain it, but we don't know why. But with what we know, we can fly airplanes and do other shit, okay? Love in my hands is like that. It's no longer mysterious in a way of, what the fuck, I'm just crashing. No, my airplanes don't crash. I fly up and down, do all kinds of shit with love. I don't know more about it, but I'm also a scientist of it. Just like in 1,000 years from now, we're going to know more about gravity and we will do more. So when it comes to love, we've mapped it. I've mapped it. And it's a real thing. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be talked about by all the greatest teachers, including me. I am a great teacher. I'm just telling you, I'm not the role model to fucking follow because I'm doing something here that requires me to go and compete with these fucking chomos out there. Is that called chomo? What's a chomo? Pedophile? Perfect. Perfect. I don't think I've ever used that word. They're chomos for sure. Yeah, they are.
Child molester.
Child molester. Yeah, yeah. They're all that. They're all that. Every one of them is that. Every one of them is that. Every one of them is that. Because it's inside of them to sell their soul. They'll do it for money, love, fame, okay? They want you to have an impression of them. None of them will ever come and say, I had $11 to my name. None of them. Well, too bad for them. They should. Maybe they never get to that level. I'm just saying that as an example, okay? If I have a human problem, I want you to know about it because I know I ain't the only one, am I? Now watch me overcome it. I might be the only one then. I'm the only one I know who overcame the idea of how to be with women, love them, and have an abundance of other women. In the Matrix, I'm doing it right now. But I've been doing it for 15, 16 years already, bro. When I started it, it was worse. Now it's more liberal in that sense. Now they know that school is no good. Now they know that relationships don't work. But when I started, people were still going to fucking college. People were still fucking, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Now they're all over the fucking place. And back then, I said that Beyonce was the devil, and I meant it. I meant it, and I mean it right now. Okay? Wait till you see what that bitch has done. My goodness, wait till you see what that bitch has done. And I do believe 100% that Rihanna and some of these other celebrities are not the same people that I first saw come on the scene. They've been cloned or they've been shoved with so much fucking drugs that their personality has changed. They're not the same people. They're not. I know that for 100% today. Without a doubt, I can sit here and know these are not the same people because I started looking back at the old interviews. These are not the same people. That's not the same Mariah Carey. That's not the same Rihanna. These aren't the same celebrities we knew. That's not even the same 50 Cent. What are you talking about? Has anybody ever tried to remove their tattoos and seen the pain that it takes? Go look at 50 Cent's old pictures. He's tatted everywhere, dog. You know he doesn't have one mark on him right now? How does one do that? Maybe you don't have a tattoo. I have a lot, and I have friends that have tattoos. I have girlfriends who try to remove a tattoo of an ex's name or some bullshit. It takes session after session after session with the most excruciating pain told to me by women and gangsters who had to remove their fucking prison tats. They say there's no pain like it. Got it? You could smell the burning flesh, they say, because that's what it does. It's a laser that goes in. It has to go in the pigment. 50 Cent has no markings on him. That's not the same fucking guy. Wake up. Now, for you and I, it doesn't even matter. He could be 50 Cent with 6.0, 20.7. I could give a fuck about him. He doesn't affect me. Trump could take office, Biden could take office, Kamala could take office, or a reptilian could take office. It don't affect me. Because I stay in my own world. I'm going to eat the basic foods I eat, do my meditation, be around my friends, and protect whatever area I have. Until I can't anymore. But I'm not involved in it, okay? So we got to go to the next class. If you want to join us, let's go, all right? It's worth it. It's worth it. It comes to like a cup of coffee a fucking day if you work out the math of it, all right? And you need it bad. I'm about to kill in the next class. We're going to talk about women in the next class, all right? We're going right into it. We got other players. These guys have been training them for years. We're going to talk about women. And we're going to see how this applies. Then we're going to go in an advanced class, and I'm going to give you mental abilities. I'm going to give you techniques you can do. Meditation, you have no idea what I'm capable of doing. I got my ethics in. Yeah, and then today's shit blows up like that. All right, see you in the next class. One song, and I'll see you there. Os.